So let's talk about hardcore classic WoW and all of our dead characters. We had a rogue. He was mostly raid ready. Kind of doing some of the 20-man raids, but couldn't really get any 40 raid content because I started pretty late and everyone was starting to go into AQ and prepping for Nax, and couldn't really get any Molten Core or Blackwing Lair runs going. So he was kind of stuck. Was helping a mage get the water in Dire Model North, and mage had to leave, come back. Me and the warrior were sitting at the entrance of Dire Model North. We killed one or two mobs, kind of just sitting there, AFK. I was sitting up on the ledge right at the entrance. The warrior was standing like right in the doorway. He was AFK. I used distract to stop the mob from walking into him. I was spamming in chat like, "Hey, you gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta move." Finally, he realized what was going on, started to move. He pulled aggro on one, started to run backwards. I sprinted for the door to try to get out. This took me out of stealth. He ended up pulling another 4-pack, so 5 mobs total, and basically got one shot. Before I had time to even react, I quickly was about to press vanish, and I also got one shot. Didn't have time. It was instant death. Like, you didn't even have time to, use a health pod or dummy or anything. It was just one shot, dead instantly. So that pretty much kind of sucked ass, let's be honest. My next character, this also, just so you know, this was 30 minutes before the Nax event was going to launch. I was literally just trying to do something to waste time and wait. So ended up moving this character over here, and I haven't really played him. My next one was a mage. Pretty twinked out. He had like 30 spell power, maxed out enchanting for his level. At 35, I could just now get into Ultimate, but and get the next bit of enchanting, but I haven't even got to that point yet. I was AoE farming in Arathi Highlands, obviously, and I got disconnected and logged back in like 30 seconds later, and I was dead. Wasn't any kind of internet issue on my end. The game just crashed. I was spamming log back in, couldn't get in, had to close the client, open it back up, and obviously it was the end for him. Surprisingly, this is the fastest I ever leveled a mage. So Rogue died on a Thursday, right before the Nax event, and this mage, I no-lifed. I had the entire weekend off, and I got him to level 35 by Tuesday, and I was just about to call it quits for the day too. So that really kind of like pissed me off a lot. My next character here, Druid, again, he was like semi-twinked out for a low level. He had all the way up to 150 leatherworking done. He had some okay gear. He had some small enchants like +7 stam on some bracers and stuff like that, like low level bracers, and 100 HP on chest and stuff. I was in RFC, and I was was just DPSing, and off healing is needed. And we had a rogue in our group, and we finished the first boss that's up the hill, the really high hill in RFC, and the rogue decided to aggro by throwing a dagger at a big group of monsters that's just down the hill, and targeting one of them and aggroing them, and decided to immediately sprint out. So we were not aware that we were even in combat or anything at the time. So, yeah, we got almost to the exit, and about 30 mobs just came running up on us. I used a swiftness potion that I got from a quest. I healed our priest. I saved our priest. I saved our warrior. I used War Stomp. I got one heal off on myself while I was still running. I was probably like 30 steps away from the exit in the instance, and I went down. And that kind of really sucked too. It's just been like non-stop downhill. And then going back to DoomHowl, I lost this priest to just another disconnect, completely out of my control. I was just doing some quests in the Barrens, nothing special at all. Literally just one mob fighting, and disconnected, came back 30 seconds later, and I was gone. Nothing I could do. This warrior, tried to do self-found. I ended up farming a bunch of extra stuff. I was going to do blacksmithing to do something different. I was actually having a lot of fun playing this character. Had some world buffs. I was charging in, doing my thing, group of 3 mobs, took them all down. But it just so happens that in kiting and taking care of everything they needed to kill all 3 of those, I had pulled a spider behind me, and he hit me with some venom, killed me. So that one was kind of unfortunate, but I had fun doing it. I wasn't mad about it, nothing crazy. This one here, Warlock, this was my bank for the longest time. I decided, since all these other characters just kept dying, send all my bank loot to another character, and since he's already level 20, I'll play Warlock because I've never played Warlock. Again, just in the Stone Talon area, messing around, soloed Besalith, the big arachnid. Was on my way out of there and had auto run on, and I disconnected, came back in, I was dead, no idea what happened, no idea how far I auto ran, or if I ran into a bunch of mobs or spiders on the way out and died. Fortunately, it sucks, but it's the sad part of hardcore. So that has kind of been my journey so far. I did have another druid previously that I deleted. I didn't realize you could do free character transfers. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. So now I'm trying to do warrior things because I had a ton of fun on this warrior. So I was like, oh, let me try my hand at warrior again. Let's try horde. Let's take it nice and slow. I was gonna do self-found, but I decided I'm just gonna kind of do what I can with whatever gold I have left and have fun with it. I work a lot, so I don't get a whole lot of time. So wanted to make the most of it. So we will continue playing this guy for a while and see how it goes. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy so far. Hopefully I don't keep killing characters around here.